Attendance that the decision has already been made and was made after 6 months of planning and case studies by Public Services and Procurement Division and Canadian Immigration and Refugee and Citizenship.
Mr. Chair, thank you. I appreciate my colleague's intervention, but I do believe that she is tabling the motion. We're not into debate, and I respectfully ask that we continue on with the Minister's comments, and that I move that the debate now be adjourned.
So we will go to a vote immediately on Mr. Anandasangari's.
Point of order, Mr. Chair. Actually, you cannot move a motion on a point of order in committee, so you are out of order. Okay. And also, according to Standing Order CIT 116, in a standing, special, or legislative committee, standing orders shall apply as far as they may be applicable, except the standing orders as to the election of a speaker, seconding of motions, or limiting the amount of times in speaking of lengths of speeches. Therefore, my colleague is in order, and your ruling is out of order.
Ms. Rempel, that is
Chair, if I may just raise another point of order. In terms of timing, I think it's fair to say that we do have very important committee business, and I think the member has certainly put the matter on the record, and I think it's now important that we move forward to either discussion of the actual motion or to a vote. But I don't think it's appropriate for the entire committee and the minister and his entire staff to be here while we have in fact the entire proposed business of the committee being brought forward by our colleagues. So I do submit that it's important to limit the discussion on this, and whether we go to an actual debate or to a vote, it is done expeditiously as opposed to an indefinite period of time.
Thank you. Ms. Rempel.
Mr. Chair, on that point of order, my colleague is completely in order in moving her motion. She's completely in order in laying out the rationale on why it should be supported, especially given that the minister has not met with her, has given zero details on this issue. There are hundreds of thousands of people out of work in Alberta, and her constituency is being materially impacted by this. Not only that, including what the scope of this committee is here today, Mr. Chair, we're actually looking at processing times. This department has made a huge decision to close this plant without releasing any business case information, and I will point out that she gave the minister the opportunity to do that. He did not. She is in order, and she can continue making her remarks.
Thank you, Ms. Rempel. Ms. Stubbs, please continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With the letter from the town goes on, with no public